Ben Greenfield here. A lot of people these days are doing something called intermittent fasting. Intermittent fasting is where you do a 16-hour fast with an 8-hour feeding window. That might be the dumbest diet I've ever heard in my entire life. People often ask me if I do intermittent fasting. I do intermittent feeding windows. Intermittent feeding windows is a diet inspired by the song Come to My Window by the artist Melissa Etheridge. A lot of people in the mainstream believe that that song is about her discovering her sexuality as a lesbian. But instead what it really is a song about her expressing her dietary habituations. My feeding windows are spread out evenly throughout the day. One in the morning, one in the afternoon, and one at night. You might be thinking to yourself, hey Ben, that sounds a lot like breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner are actually social constructs designed by the standard American diet. And we know how well that's been for everybody. Find me one person with diabetes who hasn't eaten breakfast, lunch, and/or dinner. Find me one person with diabetes who's ever done intermittent feeding windows. It's pretty much impossible. The beauty of intermittent feeding windows is you're not limited to any kind of food. It's really just a big free-for-all. For instance, if I want to have breakfast, I can have eggs and breakfast sausage, or eggs and German sausage, or eggs and Italian sausage. Really, any other kind of sausage other than breakfast sausage works during my morning feeding window. Let's just call it like it is. Has there been any bigger victim of the breakfast industrial complex than sausage? What if I want to have breakfast sausage at some other time of the day other than breakfast? Well, if you've been blinded by the mainstream media's narrative of only having breakfast sausage at breakfast, you'll never get to experience what it's like to have Italian sausage at 8 in the morning. It's pretty gosh darn good. Whoever said that you can't have a different kind of sausage other than breakfast sausage for breakfast? Not me. Well, I'm breaking all those rules. That's the magic of intermittent feeding windows.